Tonight, we're exploring one of Korea's most haunted places, Gonjiam Psychiatric Hospital. Imagine this, it's past midnight, you're in a pitch-black hallway, and your flashlight cuts through the darkness. You see peeling paint, debris everywhere, and eerie graffiti on the walls. Every step you take echoes, and suddenly, something moves. At the end of the corridor. This is the chill that thousands have felt at Gonjiam, a place so terrifying CNN named it one of the 7 freakiest places on Earth. Tonight, we're walking those same halls where dozens of patients allegedly died mysterious deaths. We'll pass the director's cursed office and face the infamous room 402, a door that legend says no one has ever been able to open, ready to go inside. Deep in the mountains of Gyeonggi province, the hospital operated through the late 80s and into the 90s. By all accounts, it was a standard psychiatric facility. But then, in 1996, it closed abruptly, without any warning. And here's where it gets strange. When the doors locked for the final time, nothing was cleared out. Patient records were left scattered on desks. Medical equipment stood mid-use. And beds were still made, as if waiting for patients who would never return. It was like everyone had simply vanished. The building was abandoned, left to rot in the mountains, and that's when the stories began. The most persistent legend, the one that spread like wildfire across early internet forums, was the story of the 42 patients. It started with a whisper online. Someone heard from a friend whose relative worked at the hospital. They said patients had started dying suddenly, one after another, with no clear medical cause. The hospital staff tried to keep it quiet, but families started asking questions. One version of the story claims doctors were conducting secret, unethical experiments on patients' lobotomies, dangerous levels of electroshock therapy, and untested drugs. The experiments went horribly wrong, and patients started dying. Another, even darker version suggests it wasn't experiments, but something in the building itself. The hospital director began acting strangely, muttering to himself in empty corridors. Then, patients reported hearing voices in the walls and seeing shadows. A madness seemed to infect everyone. The director, convinced the hospital was cursed, tried to have it blessed by monks, but they refused, claiming the place was spiritually poisoned. Both legends converge on one terrible night, whether driven by fear or a shared psychosis. The last 42 patients all took their own lives on the same night. Authorities supposedly sealed off the hospital, paid families for their silence, and the official story became a simple closure for financial reasons. The director? Some say he took his own life in his office. Others that he just vanished into the forest, never to be seen again. This story became so believable because it played on real fears about the treatment of the mentally ill in that era. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow for more dark histories.